Sentence. A sentence is the largest unit of any language. In English, it begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop or a question mark or an exclamation mark. It is generally defined as a word or a group of words that expresses a thorough idea by giving a statement or order or asking a question or exclaiming. For example, he is a good boy. Is he a good boy? What a nice weather! Ideally, a sentence requires at least one subject and one verb. Sometimes the subject of a sentence can be hidden, but the verb must be visible and present in the sentence. Verb is called the heart of a sentence. Example, do it. In this sentence, a subject you is hidden, but verb do is visible. In other words, a complete English sentence must have three characteristics. First, in written form, a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period, a note of interrogation, or a note of exclamation. Second, it must express a complete thought, not fragmented. Third, it must contain at least one subject and one verb comprising an independent clause. Types of sentences. Structurally, it has four types: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. Simple sentence. A simple sentence must have a single clause or a single verb which is independent and it cannot take another clause. For example, I always wanted to become a writer. Compound sentence. A compound sentence must have more than one independent clause with no dependent clauses. Some specific conjunctions, punctuations, or both are used to join together these clauses. Example, I always wanted to become a writer, and she wanted to become a doctor. Complex sentence. A complex sentence also has more than one clause, but one of them must be an independent clause and the other or others must be a dependent clause or clauses. There are also some particular connectors for the clauses of a complex sentence to be connected. Example, I know that you always wanted to be a writer. Compound complex sentence. A compound complex sentence is a mixture of the features of compound and complex sentences in one sentence. So it must contain at least two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Example, I know that you always wanted to become a writer, but I always wanted to become a doctor. Functionally, sentences are of mainly four types: declarative sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Declarative sentence. An assertive sentence simply expresses an opinion or feelings or makes a statement or describes things. In other words, it declares something. This type of sentence ends with a period. Examples: I want to be a good cricketer. I am very happy today. Imperative sentence. We use an imperative sentence to make a request or to give a command. Imperative sentences usually end with a period, but under certain circumstances, it can end with a note of exclamation. Examples: please sit down. I need you to sit down now. Interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks a question. Interrogative sentences must end with a note of interrogation or question mark. Examples: when are you going to submit your assignment? Do you know him? Exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses overflow of emotions. These emotions can be of happiness, wonder, sorrow, anger, etc. Examples: what a day it was! I cannot believe he would do that.